Tajikistan? Kyrgyzstan? Is it Kazakhstan? Is it part of Russia? Are you from Uzbekistan? So this is a normal question I get when I say where I'm from. Yes, and I'm used to it now. So that's why I devote this video to my home country. So for the people who are interested in Central Asia and in general, distant countries that as they refer in Europe to them, and also I got several comments asking me where are you from, so I devote this video to my homeland, motherland, Tajikistan. I will talk about culture, people, traditions, maybe strange traditions sometimes, and I will share my own experience of living there a long time before I moved to Europe. So Tajikistan is the smallest country in Central Asia, and it is neighboring China, Afghanistan, Kyrgyzstan and Uzbekistan. Yes, it's very strange because when people are asking where is it and I say it's neighboring with China, they will say China, okay, then we will know, and everyone will think that we are Chinese. Or if they ask me and I say it's neighboring Afghanistan, say, okay, everything is clear now, maybe they have war or something like that. We don't have war, luckily, and we are not Chinese. Yes, we are Tajik, and the country is very small, but still it exists, and it has very big history and heritage. If you're interested in that, I will talk about it later in my videos. The area of the country is 143,000 square meters, and it's approximately the area of Greece, and 10 million people live in the country, and I don't think it's a lot of people because, for example, if you compare it to Bangkok, there are also 10 million people living in the city, or one of the cities in Pakistan, Hyderabad, there are also 10 million people. So I will talk about later why there are not so many people living in the country. So people speak the Tajik. It's a modified version of Persian, I would say. Persian that is spoken in Iran, and Dari that is spoken in Afghanistan. So long time before, Tajikistan, Afghanistan and Iran were part of Persian Empire, and Tajikistan is the only one who got influenced by so many cultures and traditions and empires. So that's why Tajikistan is a bit different from Iran and Afghanistan, because it was part of the Soviet Union and a lot of people speak Russian there, including me. So if you ask to a person who speaks English but who doesn't speak Russian, it will be very, very strange, because how did you learn English if you don't know Russian? So we use Cyrillic alphabet, not Arabic as they do in Afghanistan and Iran. So what is interesting fact about Tajikistan is nature and mountains, because 93% of the country is mountains. Can you imagine? 93%. So that's why I think there are not so many people living in the country, but as a compensation you will have great nature. It's super beautiful, and there are I think 900 rivers. That's why it's one of the countries which produces hydroelectricity using hydropower plants, and now they're building one of the highest dam in the world in the country. So if you're interested in the energy sector of the country, of course you can read about that. Tajikistan is located in the heart of Central Asia, and a long time ago the country was the heart of the Silk Road, which was connecting east and west, and it was one of the centers for the trade. And of course you can see it in the culture of the people, and for example the capital of Tajikistan is named after the day of the week, Dushanbe, and it means Monday. Why? Because long time before it was a small village where every Monday there was big bazaar or market. So later on a city grew. I will mention some of the things that maybe you would not find in the internet, and I will share it from my own experience living there. So the first thing is about tea. Tajikistan has a big culture of tea, and it's one of the main aspects of hospitality, because for example if you are going there and you are a foreigner, you knock on the door and someone opens and you ask something, I don't know, where can I find the market or whatever, they will invite you to the house and offer you tea first of all, and with some sweets. But it's very interesting that people don't drink much black tea, it's only green tea. But I'm exception. I don't drink green tea, I like black tea, but yes, green tea is very, very famous there. It's very interesting that in most of the cities and villages, except maybe the capital, the marriages can be arranged. You can find out that your dad, mom, or friends of your mom have found you a groom, and you will meet him 1-2 times, and that's it, you will get married. And it's interesting that there is no such a term in Tajikistan. Of course, now it is more and more, but in general, there is no such a tradition as being a boyfriend and girlfriend. You are fiance, or you just married. And people don't live with each other before getting married, and it's very, very strict. And if you do it, I don't know, in most cases your parents will be disappointed so much, and you will be, I would say, judged by the society. So in most cases you will get married, and after that you will start living with a person. Another thing about wedding, Tajik people love weddings, and usually they have weddings for 6-7 days, and it's different ceremonies, different traditions. But maybe I will do another video on that. But here I will talk about what they do, what the bride does after the marriage. If a girl gets married, after the marriage, during 40 days, the girl should be bride. What does it mean? It means that you have to wear very traditional clothes. You have to wear something in your head. It's called toki. So and you have to greet guests. Brides usually have approximately 10-20 dresses, depending on how rich the family is, and they will always change these dresses to show to the guests, like 15 minutes in one dress and 15 minutes in another dress, and etc, etc. So yes, it's very hard to be a bride in Tajikistan. Tajik people, they love gold, and they love everything that is glittering. If you go there, the national costumes and national clothes, all of them are very colorful, and they have a lot of stones. If you go to a Tajik wedding or any important events, birthday or anything, you will see that the Tajik women, they will wear everything they have, all the gold they got as a present, they buy themselves, they will wear it for that event, and they will wear very, 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 very colorful and glittering clothes. For example, when I moved to Europe, in the beginning I also was like that. I like glittering things. I would wear a lot of gold and stuff, but of course you adapt, so I don't do it anymore. The relationship between children and parents. Children live with their parents until they get married, and this is also an interesting tradition that the youngest son always will stay with their parents. You will not find families, or maybe barely find families, which leave their parents alone. I will talk about schools. I am smiling because when I moved to Europe, I have seen so much different culture at schools, and the relationship between teachers. In my country, the thing is that teachers and the adults are always right, even if they are not. Whatever they say, they're right. You have to say yes, you have to follow their advice, you have to accept their advice. Especially teachers. I remember that at school, even if you see that he is not right, you don't have choice, unfortunately. You have to follow what they say to you, and there are very big distance and space. You always keep space with adults and teachers and professors. Of course, if you're at university, you don't have right, I would say, to talk equally to your professors or teachers. I know it's bad, but for the Tajik people, it's showing respect. Yes. When you're at school, a teacher is entering, you always stand up and say hi and then sit. So this is again showing the respect to the elders. Phones are not allowed at schools. If they find out you have a phone at school, they will get it and they will call your parents, and so it's a very big deal. And you are not allowed to wear everything you want at school. There is special uniform, and even at university they can't wear jeans. Yes, I don't know why. But if you are wearing jeans or sneakers, no, you will not be allowed to enter the university. So there are special dress code for universities and for schools. So I hope the video was interesting for you, and please let me know in the comments whether you like such videos and these types of videos. I would love to share in more details about my country, my home country. So see you in my next videos.